Hello! In this video, I'm going to explain how you can add some sounds to your game. Now, there's two sounds that we're going to put in, two types of sounds. One will be just a background music, and the second will be like a sound when we hit the pickup, it will make a little coin sound. So kind of like Super Mario Brothers. In fact, we'll sort of do it like Super Mario Brothers here. Now, you can find sound effects online. So, I just said download sound effects, free sound, blah, blah, blah. It might take a little bit of time to sort of find good sounds. There's another little trick I can show you as well, but you can sort of look around and try to find some sounds. Now, once you've downloaded them, and I downloaded a couple sounds here, and they're sitting on my desktop. I have the Super Mario's Brothers background music, and then the Super Mario Brothers coin sound. So, what I would just simply do is bring them into my assets here. So you might want to create a new folder, and maybe we would call them sounds, just to keep everything organized, and then just drag those sounds in. So you can see, I might have to do it off screen here, but you know what I'm doing. I'm just dragging them into my sounds folder. One, and of course it will refresh, and I'll do the other one as well. Sometimes it just takes a second. Let's just see here. So now I've got the two sounds, and they look like these waves, right? They're waveforms that we can use. So this one here, I have to sort of play it. So that's the typical sound there for the background music. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, let me just stop this here. And now it's playing somewhere else too. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there is the background that sort of seems to be the background music. And then this one here, just a very simple one, just the coin sound. So we'll use that one second. We'll just deal with the background music. The background music is very simple. The easiest thing to do is put it on something that's always going to be in the scene. So your camera is going to be in the scene. And what you can do is you can add a component. And the components that you're going to add is, you can search under audio. So there's audio here, and there's audio source. And I always think of this as like the player, okay? And then there's an audio clip. And so for the background music, what we'll do is we'll drag the audio clip in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to play on awake. So as the game starts, it will start to play this. Now, depending on the length of it, it's probably safest, though, to press the loop, okay? And you could play with the volume and the pitch and so on, but probably you would just leave it as it is here. So now, when I hit play on this game, the music starts. Okay, so the music now is playing as you've got the game. And like I said, if it's too loud or whatever, you can reduce its relative loudness. So if I just bring it down pretty low here, now it's a bit quieter. Okay, so you can mess around with it that way. Obviously, I could have changed the overall sound of my computer as well. Now, the coin sound is going to be a little bit more tricky, and it's going to involve some programming. I'm going to set it up here first. Because we've got pretty well everything on our player, I'm going to open up our player here, and I've actually already got an audio source there, but I would just sort of add an audio source to it. Okay, so audio source as well. The only difference here is I'm going to make sure that I turn off the play on wake, because this is going to have the coin sound. We don't want the coin sound to occur sort of right away. So I've just turned that play on awake off. But like I said, this is going to be the player, and then we're going to be able to put in an audio clip with the code. So let's go and open up our code here. And we're going to do a couple things. So at the very top, what we have to do is create two variables. I'll make them both public. So one is going to be a audio source. Just make sure I get this right. Audio source. There we are. So audio source, and I'm just going to call it sound. And then the other one we'll make public as well. And this is an audio clip. There it is, audio clip. And we'll call this the coin sound. So what we'll do is that in the start, we have to get a reference to the audio source. Just like we did here with the rigid body, we grab the component, the rigid body component. In this case here, we're going to grab the audio source component. So I'm going to come down here and say the sound is going to be the get component and then the audio source. So it's going to find the audio source. Type this in properly. There we go. And don't forget, it's got the two parentheses at the end there. So this will grab the audio source. Now we can actually use it to play something. And so what we'll do is we will play the sound when we hit the ball or the pickup. So I'm going to come down to the pickup here. So we already have this. If we hit the pickup, right, it's going to make it disappear, add the score, and so on. It doesn't really matter where we put it here, just somewhere inside these parentheses, right? So we're going to just add this. So we're going to play this. So there's something called play one shot. So what I'm going to do is we call it sound dot play one shot. And then what we have to do is put in the audio clip. And so I call that audio clip coin sound. And then the semicolon there. So basically what it does is it grabs the player, okay? So this was our audio source. Then it's going to play it just one time. And it's going to sort of put in the coin sound, okay, that audio clip, into the player and play it. That's the way I like to think about it. So I'm just going to save this code here. Go back to Unity. Now there's a couple things we have to do before we can check it out. Notice here we've got the coin sound with the audio clip. So I believe this is the audio clip here. So there it is. I don't have to add this because it will find it automatically with the code. And then when it plays it, it should plop the audio, the coin sound, into the audio clip and play it. So let's see if that works. Hopefully it does. So you'll notice, okay, so there's the background music. Okay, you can see there that the audio source has been found. And if I hit something, there we go. Okay, so each one does it there. And my game's over. All right, so that just adds a little bit, of color to the game. Makes it a little bit better than just the no sound at all. So you could put any sound you want in there. You could have sound for different things occurring depending on your game. But that idea of creating, let's move back up here, creating the audio source, and you only ever need one audio source, and you could have however many sound clips you need, okay, as many audio clips as you need there. You only need to do this once, and then depending on the situation, right, you're going to have this play one shot each time you press, in this case, right, each time you hit the pickup. If you had an enemy, right, you could do sound.play one shot and then have a different audio clip playing there. Okay. Well, that should give you the basis for adding some sound to your game.